sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil, as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. Ashton Doolin now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out come the Colts, and they are led by their big quarterback, who's trying to find his way in the NFL. Year 3 for Anthony Richardson out of Florida.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. It was Tyrell Dodson that time on the tackle.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 42-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. On play action, Richardson. Open man, that's Alec Pierce. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Gain of 15 yards.
A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
That one complete to Pierce. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Why not go back to him? That one good for 20 yards and a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
That's caught by the first-round pick, Tyler Warren. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
12 yards.
12 yards on that hookup. That's good for a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
On second down, Richardson. It is brought in the end zone. Mike Terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts will take a 7-0 lead.
Colts 7, Dolphins nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg, hard to believe, 6th season as the Dolphins quarterback.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
The lefty right to the air to start. We'll get this into the hands of Devon Achane. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Waller. And it's going to be 3rd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You spend all week developing your opening script. What are you going to do when you get the ball for the first time, Mike? Well, I promise you, it wasn't go 3 and out and punt. And give credit to the defense. Nice job getting off the field here early. Get the ball back to your offense.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Ryan Stonehouse to punt. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Rolling right, taking off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And the D closes quickly. He stops after a gain of a yard. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push Too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on fourth down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on third down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
Fair catch signal and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Dolphins offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play action, it's Tagovailoa. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
Play action. Tagovailoa. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. It is a big play, Tua to Tyreek, and even 30 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Last 2 runs go nowhere and sets up 3rd and very long. Now a screen set up for H.A. Into space at the 45. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, this will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Richardson. Left side, and is caught by Warren. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Richardson operating from the pistol. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Richardson. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Gain of 17 yards.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter. 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That one good for 18 yards and to the 18-yard mark.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Anthony Richardson. I mean, it's not hard to see why they want to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, both as a passer, but when you can get him as a designed runner, his size and speed, he is a handful for defenses.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for more gain.
Able to find Pittman, it's complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Out of shotgun, Richardson. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Michael Pittman, touchdown Colts. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The
Trader now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts move out on top, 14-0.
14. Dolphins, nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Washington now to return it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. The Michigan man, Quiddy Hay. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
So I'm not really sure if it would have mattered, Mike. I don't think they were going to have enough to pick up the 1st down either way, but at least if that ball's completed, 3rd down's just a little bit more manageable, because now after the incomplete, they find themselves in 3rd and pass.
3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tua. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. On the return is Gould. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Michael Pittman making his way back out there along with the rest of the Colts offense. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. On 1st down, it's Richardson. He takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Now he'll run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 2. A run with Taylor. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Taking down at the 11-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second and 7. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Michael Pittman, touchdown Indy. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. Schrader now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Colts will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here. Needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Play action, it's Tua. Look wide, get this one complete, and he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively, bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Tua, give it to Achane. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They face second down and 7. From the gun, here's Tua. And he finds Tyreek. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And he'll be forced out of bounds. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Here's a give to H.A. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
At the 31. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw is Tua. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Tua throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now it's Tua. And he will score! Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins get back in it. It is 21-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Anthony Gould now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Michael Pittman making his way back out there along with the rest of the Colts offense. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Throwing, Richardson. Short one, and it's caught by Warren.
Complete to Tyler Warren. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half. drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Washington now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Sending it deep for Waddle. And that is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
First down, Dolphins.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll step up and run. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Aiken. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Miami.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Here's Achane. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
That one, take it in. Jalen Waddle, touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins draw closer here. It's 21-14. All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Michael Pittman making his way back out there along with the rest of the Colts offense. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll take this to about the 28. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the 1st down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. So they'll have to pick it up on 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
The key to a good zone read offense is the timing, and in this case, it took a little bit longer to get going. By the time the back was given the ball, the defense was through. They're able to take him down on 3rd down for a big loss.
The Colts about to kick this one away as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch, he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. And he was unguardable in the 1st half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll get forward for a couple. Jalen Carlisle is there on the stop.
Down at the 28-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. His fullback releasing, and and he's going to bring it in. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Now a first down throw for Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
A run out of the gun with A-Jack. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. The ball comes out. But I think the Dolphins are going to be able to hold on. And indeed, they will keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Michael Pittman making his way back out there along with the rest of the Colts offense. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. From the gun, Richardson. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll look deep for Pittman. He's got it! A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard gainer for Indianapolis. It's a gain of 43 yards.
33-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a toss, running left, it's Taylor. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. Over the middle, he's got one. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Fourth quarter commences. It's a run by Taylor. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches at the 7-yard line.
2nd and inches. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Overshot his man. Out of the end zone. That one's incomplete.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The Trader now on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Dolphins 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. Whoa! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Man in motion here is Washington. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. Oh, and the second-year man from UCLA, Leatu. In for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tua. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
The Colts take over 1st.
The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Richardson will give it to Taylor. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
From the gun on 3rd down. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again. Jalen Phillips that time, in there for the sack.
So the defense finds themselves in a tight spot. They have very little room for error at this point in the game, Mike, so they have to continue to get off the field, no more points, and that sack's going to go a long way towards doing it.
The Colts about set to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Sending it deep for Waddle. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
incomplete.
Everybody in that defensive huddle just continues to remind themselves, you know they're going to take shots. They're going to try to throw the ball over your head and see if they can generate a big play. So continue to defend it just like they did there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. This one complete to Washington. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Miami.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Tua to throw again. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. To the air again, Tagovailoa working his way out left. Now he takes off.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
Off play action, it's Tua. Forced out wide. He'll run again. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A gain there of 21. 1st down, Miami.
21 yards.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
From the gun, here's Tua. A throw on the move is caught, and he will score. Game on. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now a big play here. Dolphins will go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point
Throwing
conversion.
is Tua. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Michael Pittman making his way back out there along with the rest of the Colts offense. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Give up the middle to Taylor. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. They'll come up here on second down and 5. They go right back to Taylor. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Here now, third and 5. They'll drop to throw. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. They'll run here with Hill. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
A gain of 1. Brings up third down and 9.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Throwing, Richardson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Indianapolis.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
So it's a win for the Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.